In a world filled with magic and wonder, there existed a tiny ant named Brian. Brian belonged to a long line of wise ants who had passed down their traditions and values for generations. He lived in a lush meadow surrounded by towering trees and colorful flowers. Brian's family had always emphasized the importance of knowledge and wisdom, and he was determined to carry on their legacy. One sunny morning, as Brian scurried through the meadow, he noticed a fox lurking nearby. The fox, also named Brian, was known for his cunning ways and sly behavior. Brian the ant knew that the fox was a threat to his family and their way of life. He knew he had to find a way to outsmart the fox and protect his loved ones. Brian hurried back to his ant hill and gathered his family. He shared his concerns about the fox and their need to devise a plan to outwit him. Together, they brainstormed ideas and decided to seek the advice of the wise old owl who lived in the tallest tree in the meadow. The journey to the owl's tree was long and treacherous, but Brian and his family were determined. They crossed rivers, climbed rocks, and braved the scorching sun. Finally, they reached the towering tree where the wise owl resided. The owl listened attentively as Brian explained their predicament. The wise bird nodded knowingly and shared a secret with them. He told them about a magical flower that could grant wishes. If they could find this flower and use it wisely, they might be able to outsmart the cunning fox. Brian and his family set off on their quest to find the magical flower. They searched high and low, through thick foliage and across vast fields. Finally, after days of searching, they stumbled upon a hidden grove filled with the enchanting flowers. With hope in their hearts, Brian and his family each made a wish upon the magical flower. They wished for strength, courage, and wisdom to defeat the fox. As their wishes were granted, they felt a surge of power coursing through their tiny bodies. Armed with newfound strength, Brian and his family devised a plan to outsmart the fox. They used their knowledge of the meadow to set up traps and decoys, leading the fox into a maze of confusion. With each step, the fox grew more frustrated, unable to catch a single ant. Finally, the fox gave up and slinked away, defeated by the clever ants. Brian and his family rejoiced, knowing that their traditions and values had triumphed over the cunning ways of the fox. They celebrated their victory and thanked the magical flower for granting their wishes. From that day forward, Brian and his family continued to pass down their traditions and values to the next generation. They taught the importance of knowledge, wisdom, and unity. The legacy of the wise ant lived on, ensuring the safety and prosperity of their meadow for years to come.